tonight. It's when you go up 3-0 and the game's over, but your guys still play hard for you because they know how much it means to you. It means a lot to you as a goalie, and I'm just thankful to play behind a great group of guys.
End of the first period there, did you get your pad on that rebound?
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. So I did. Yeah. So that was.
Look good on video.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Glenny was mad at me for that. So that's always fun when you can stop your friends like that.
Every time you guys took control of that second period, it seemed like the first period was kind of even.
Mm-hmm.
And the second period seemed like the guys got the legs under from under and took control.
Yeah, I think whenever you're playing like second night of a back-to-back, I think as a goalie, your job is to try to help your team get into it, and you feel like on the road, especially, it's going to take a minute to get your legs under you, and felt like if we got out of there, tied or 0-0, that we were going to have a good chance once we started playing, the way we normally do. So, weathered the storm for a little bit, and then kind of took over.
Besides the play of the goaltenders, what makes this team so successful defensively, Jake?
Yeah, I think a credit to, Naz, our D coach. I think with the amount of guys that have stepped in, it's been impressive to see, there's guys that have barely played, in the NHL, and they look like, they've been here for 3-4 years. So just, really a testament to the organization and the young guys that are in Austin, and they've stepped in and, played like NHL regulars. So as a goalie, it's awesome to see, and, it takes a whole team, I think, when you're missing guys, and a lot of different guys have stepped up.
Are you finding it a grind playing as many games so close together, and kind of how do you prepare yourself mentally as a team?
Yeah, I think it's the schedule this year more than ever has been, I think, the craziest, I feel like, and just feels like especially us, we go far away, and we only are, like this trip, we're only here for 2 games, and then we go back. Like, the amount of travel we've done, it feels like a lot, but every team's going through that, and that's the price you pay to have the Olympics, and hopefully it's worth it.
Is this a good recipe to show? Obviously, you love to have Tyler Seguin in there, but this is a good recipe of a game to show what everybody can do to step up in the absence of him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think whenever you're missing guys like that, I feel like you want to just kind of simplify, and I feel like when we don't beat ourselves, we're a tough team to beat. Like we just play solid, and then wait for our chances, and then we pounce. I mean, our power play's been the best in the league this year, and if we can just kind of keep it tight, and then the 2 or 3 chances that you give Robo and Johnny and Mikko a couple chances a night, then I feel like they're going to score on a lot of them. So that's what we did tonight. We stayed patient and didn't really force anything, and played just a solid 60 minutes.
Yeah, one game after Tyler goes down, it's the usual suspects who are on the score sheet. Miro and Jamie and Roope, Jason as well.
Yeah.
Is this sort of a way that this team, all the veterans on this team, is this just exactly who they are and kind of the epitome of what they are, especially given the emotions going into this game?
Yeah, totally. I think obviously he's an irreplaceable player for our team, not just on the ice but off the ice, and it's going to take every guy to replace him, and just obviously feel horrible for him, and he deserves a lot better than that. So it's kind of hard to put into words when you lose a guy like that, and it's going to take the whole team, forwards, D, and goalies to put it. Everyone's got to be 1% better to try to make up for that loss.
Was it in your mind at all that Jersey was the one team you hadn't beaten?
No, I didn't know I didn't think I'd ever played here before, and then my goalie coach from the summer, who I've had for 15 years, is Jersey's goalie coach. So he always gives me crap about never having beat them. So to beat him is nice, and then to have a shutout against him is even better.
Big win after the back-to-back?
Yeah, solid team effort. Jakey was fantastic in that there, especially in the first. So we got our legs going a little bit more, and just a great team effort.
How important is it when he does that early? Just because it wasn't the best early, and then all of a sudden your game, like you said, you got your legs.
Yeah, a bit of a sleepy first for our group, and then it just gives us as a team so much confidence when your goalie is on top of his game, right from the beginning, and he was tonight, and usually is every night, both of them. So once we got one, felt a little better as a group.
How important to give him a shutout? I think it's something you guys have pushed forward, and Casey too in the past. And sometimes it hasn't come through, but this was one where it did.
Yeah, it's obviously great. I mean, goalies like stats, just
Yeah,
like players do.
everybody, yeah.
You know, and I think, you know, as a group, it feels good to shut a team out. Means you're doing something right out there.
Obviously, you guys heard earlier about Tyler's injury. Just how tough was that to hear just for Tyler? You played with him for a long time.
Yeah, I think it sucks, obviously. You know, I think after seeing the grind he went through last year, you know, all the hard work he put into getting back into the lineup, and you know, and then for that to happen again, obviously sucks.
Did you talk to him, Jamie? Have you spoken to him at all? I mean, as far as what is he feeling? What's
Yeah, I've talked to him. You know, obviously just got some imaging done this morning. Talked to him after that, and obviously the news wasn't that great. So, you know, we think he's done for the year. We're not sure. You'll have to confirm with someone else, but it's not great, and there's not much you can say to the guy. Just some tough news. You know, hopefully he'll be back sooner than later.
Seems like you took control in the second period there. It seems like you guys, like I said, got your leg, but seems like they took more control in that second period.
Yeah, I think, you know, started to play in their end a little bit more, hang on to pucks, and, you know, when we did that, found a way to score a couple, and kind of locked it down from there.
Did you feel any extra emotion playing in this game, knowing the news from Tyler, either yourself or the rest of the team?
I mean, we prepared like any other game. You know, we knew it was going to be a tough game, back-to-back against a good team, and found a way to get 2 points.
Next man up here, you get the right wing spot. Is that, how did you, one, look at it, and two, it just seems like 2 assists. It's a pretty good night.
I mean, it's been like that right from the first game.
Yeah.
It's crazy how many injuries we've had this year, and you know, a lot of guys stepping up, especially the D-corps. You know, hopefully things will change and we'll stay healthy when everyone gets back. But you know, lots of mixing and matching, different lines, different positions, and you know, it's just about going out there and getting the job done.
Two pretty good guys to play with too.
Yeah,
That didn't hurt at all.
I mean, you know, I'm pretty lucky. You know, get to play with 20 great players in here. So.
Tyler goes down, Jamie steps in. It's just kind of what you guys have done all year next to man up.
Yeah, that sucks for the whole team. He's so important for this team on the ice and off the ice. But yeah, now we just have to adjust and next man up and be ready to play without him for a while.
Jamie hasn't played a whole lot of right wing. Do you guys talk at all, or it just happens when you're out there?
Oh, he's just a really good player. It's natural for him. I don't think it doesn't matter for him if he's left or right, I think.
Seemed like you guys took control there in the second period. Seems like it was a very even first period, and then you got your legs in that second period.
Yeah, I think Jakey held us there in the game in the first, and then the second we kind of got our legs back from. We didn't have our legs in the first, and then we kind of took over from there, and then we didn't give them much later.
How important was it to get a shutout for him at the end? You know, we've seen it in the end where he's lost one, or you know, it just happens, and you still get a 3-1 win. But it was important to him, I think, to get this one.
Yeah, of course. Like when a game goes like that, in the end, you just try to play for him and try to do everything that he gets a shutout. So yeah, we're lucky today that he got it. So good for him.
Challenges all year, lots of them in this one, and you guys just find a way to get it, Jakey.
Yeah.
Big early, obviously.
Yeah, I think that was the key. I think for me there was 2 keys. Is you know, how good Jake was early, especially, you know, he had a breakaway there, and then he got a second shot off that. He made a great save, enough for us to get some traction. And then I thought our penalty kill, you know, took a little life out of their group too. It just, you know, either those power plays, they create energy or they don't, and And I thought our PK did a really good job there of getting us going. And then once we got the first one, you could see a little energy come back. And I thought it was a real good win.
Could you speak to the effort defensively of this club to, like, you know, be patient? Showed a lot of veteran poise out there before you finally got those opportunities.
Yeah, you know, that's something we addressed this morning because our game against the Rangers, you know, we gave up a lot in that game, and we wanted to regroup. This is a great veteran group we got here, and they knew, you know, this morning when we went through it that we you know, it's hard to win on the road, especially with how much we gave up. So I thought they did a great job of tightening everything up and not giving up too much.
First game after Tyler's injury, it's the usual suspects that are all on the score sheet: Miro and Jamie and Roope and Jason as well. You mentioned the veteran group of guys that epitomize who these veterans are, not just for this team, but for what the Stars have been the past few years.
Yeah, no, you know, I've got to see them the last 3 years too, and they've done a lot of winning. They know how to win, and it just seems like this year we've been down in some numbers, and it just still. They just still keep coming in and playing the same game, so that's a real credit to them. And like I said, I just good veteran group, know how to win and know how to shut things down when they get up.
Seems like you guys took control after the first period. Seems like the second period changed your direction.
Yeah. Again, I think a little bit. You know, I'm going to go back to our penalty kill. Did a really good job. Our killers did a great job, and then, you know, once the guys see your goalies looking like nothing's going to go in, it gives you a little boost too. So I think that kind of got us going. And then I thought the second and third, you know, we played good hockey.
Jamie hasn't played a lot of the right side. Did you like how he looked over there?
Yeah, you know, just my experience with big men like that have great hands and hockey IQ. They can play on either side, and there's some benefits to playing the right. And I think that with where he's at, you know, the size of him, the hands, again, the head, there's almost more offense on the other side. So I like him there, and I've got no plans to move him.
And what's it going to take from this point forward, knowing that you're losing a leader in Tyler?
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's you know, I found myself even today, you know, you're out in the face-off circle. If you look at him, you know, he's plus 10 on the year. His face-off percentage on the right side. Now you're searching. It was already a hole for us today. We had to use Blackie and Johnny a lot, and you're missing that. And so not only the veteran leadership, but right away you could feel the impact on the ice.